stuff out of the bedroom up here. Little bedroom. Turn it around. So, yeah, we were gonna sweep all this up so we don't track it all over the house, right? Sunset. All right, so I was gonna take these out, but we have to be careful. All right, now there's some stuff in here that Daisy's Time hamburger. Interesting. Lamb's quarters, mustard, apples, daisies. What's that? Corn. Lamb's quarters. Okay. So this can go in the other room. But I should put 2 more things in with it. These are really settled. Green beans. And one more. The green beans, they can go in here. Okay, what's in this one? Green beans, oh, that one's full. All right, so, where's my hand? My hand's in the wrong place. So let's see if we can carry this in there. Hi, Tyler. No, I'm not gonna cook anything. I'm just gonna take all these boxes out of the other room. I already had chips. What more could I need? Hi, Suze. So, this is mullein. It doesn't need to be in here. It's good for your throat. Got a sore throat or something. Green beans. So we have daisies and apples, green beans, lamb's quarters, mustard. All right. Oops. Oh, this sock. Was that the sock that was on there? Okay. had a great time in the campfire, didn't we? Thank you all for coming. I really enjoyed my time with you. This barrel is for rolling around in. The children had a wonderful time rolling in it the other day. And away they went. It was so much fun, back and forth and back and forth. All right, what can I do about this? Where is the connection? Way over there. Oh, that's the barrel rolling. Perpetual motion. We found a perpetual motion machine. How cool is that? All right, so we have to remove this. When these kids make spider webs, they really make spider webs. I think it's a good practice for them making spider webs. That last one was pretty cool. The chair, not so much. Okay, so this has got collards in it. And fiddleheads. What's that? That's mullein. We don't have to have mullein in here. Taking up all this precious space. Fiddleheads and collards. Okay. Purslane. That doesn't deserve a whole big jar. Green beans. I can't believe how much they've settled. Green beans, if they have. Green beans. Mullein. Nettles. White pine bolete. Aha. I want to try some of this. White pine bolete. White pine boletes. More boletes. And green beans. This is mullein. This is nettles. And an empty box. Look at that. Isn't that great? There's the Meccano box. Okay, we need one more jar to fill that up. All right, we'll take it as it is. I think I'm going to turn this box here so that there's more room in this corner. So I'll put fiddleheads in here. No, I have not grown mushrooms in a bucket. Oops, sorry. What are these two? This is mint and Oh, this is mullein. This is mint, species 2, patch near willow. Okay. Oh, sunset is happening. I just fed the deer. Maybe we'll see them coming. Maybe we won't. But we walked there today, didn't we? Now we know where it goes. Isn't that a beautiful sunset? How lovely. All right, so, oops. Mullein. That's a lot of mullein. Okay, and then we have nettles. These are not even crushed. And we have oats. Okay, I'll pull this out of the way. If we can, let's give it a go. All right, have a look. And what are all these? These are chili peppers. And these are regular mushrooms from the grocery store. Apples. Onions. Beet leaves. Cut green beans from frozen. Spinach. Raspberries. Kale, spinach, Swiss chard powder. Cilantro. Sage. More mushrooms. Where's that other mushrooms? Okay. Now, what's in this one? So where are we going to put that? Let's put this in there. I'll put this on the top when I'm ready. All right, so white boletes. All right, let's empty this tabletop off. Pokemon. Okay. green beans. These are all green beans, green beans, green beans. Mint, nettles. Looks like nettles. The rest are green beans. Okay. I'll put strawberries. I'll put something else in here. Daisies can go in there. These can go on the side. Okay. Let's check out the sunset again, shall we? Let's look for deer. Don't see any deer yet. Okay. All right. Oh, look, the other sleeping bag. Okay. 3 more boxes. And we have a flying bug. Okay, put you there again. There's the flying bug. Okay. These are all fiddleheads. Okay, do we have enough energy to do it again? Oh, look, there's the connection right there. Ha, so much easier. Okay. I can't believe I got that door on it in the teepee. That's pretty cool, you know. There we go. All done. Oops. Mostly all done. Let's check the sunset. Yeah, it's about time to just go sit in my chair. 67. Hi, Susan. I'm just trying to clean out this room, but it's pretty much past my moving around time. It's a beautiful yarn, isn't it? Oh no, it's part of the big thing. Okay, I can wait. I did knitting, sewing, laundry today. All I did was hang out in the teepee. My friend came over and we hung out together. And I think she's going to be staying here with me for a little while. It'll be nice not to be by myself all the time. Oh, sorry. I'll put these down here. Mix them up a bit so when I get one bin out, one box, I can just see what's in it. There should be a variety. Okay, next. I'm jealous. I want to stay there. Lol, just kidding, of course. Wow, that'd be fun. This girl is quite a lot like me. In the teepee today, she also has great ideas. So we were decorating the teepee a little bit, you know. Okay, now let's see what's in this one. Oh, look, dried bananas, plum tomatoes, strawberries. Wow. Peaches. This looks like peaches also. A little overdone. Peaches. Cherry tomatoes. Apple peels. Yuck. Colt's foot. Oh, hey, you're looking the wrong way. Colt's foot. This is supposed to be to make pepper or salt. Zucchini. Apples. Corn from the freezer. All right, so this can go in the other room. Okay. 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 What's in these? This looks like zucchini. This is all zucchini, isn't it? What's this little one? Zucchini. I think that's all of them in there. And these old laptops, I need to take the hard drives out of them and then I can get rid of them. Where did they go? Oh, over here. Maybe I could even get them fixed. Have them looked at. See if any of them are worth fixing. Alright, I use circulars for that reason. Circular butts for what reason? I keep losing one knitting needle. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. That happens to me too. I can't handle it when they keep falling out. There, we've got everything out of the cupboard. Okay. And then let's see what's in here. Yikes. Okay. That's a good lampshade. All right. Miss me. Okay, so let's check what's in here. All right. Nettles, carrot harvest, wild lettuce, that's for pain, wild grape leaves, nettles, Okay, this partly filled nettle thing should probably go downstairs. And what should we put there instead? Kale. All right. I should find 12 different things and put them each in a case. So each case has 12 different items in it. And you need to pull out one case. Swiss chard. This is the product of Willem's work. So Swiss chard, potatoes, broccoli, sunroots, potatoes. I think those are all potatoes. Yep. Fiddleheads. This is shorter than that. Fiddleheads. Okay. $67, eh? I'm trying trying to get into this idea of being old. Nettles, Swiss chard stems, Swiss chard stems. So what's in here? Fiddleheads, 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 nettles, Swiss chard. Let's put the Swiss chard in there. How come this one's so much smaller than the rest? You would love my basement right now, Nancy. I have a very large amount of empty canning jars down there. Do you can, Susan? I used to, Suze. I used to also. I was thinking about canning again. Making soups and canning them away. We're getting closer. There's some things in here. I don't need to go there. Oops. Lamb's quarters, wild lettuce. Yeah, wild lettuce is for pain. Put fiddleheads here. Swiss chard stems, wild lettuce, Swiss chard. I'd like to give it a go with all the tomatoes I harvest, but I'm afraid they're poisonous. Well, you just have to make sure that you boil them for 10 minutes after you're done. Sunchokes. Hi, Nanby. My mom used to can meat. She was good at it too. Well, you just have to make sure you do it enough. Don't do it in a water bath. Do it in a pressure canner. Wild lettuce. Yeah, that's for pain. Not sure if it works. I probably don't need to have all these in case it doesn't work. Lots of wild lettuce here. And mullein. Sunchokes. He's calling them sun roots. They're artichokes or sunchokes? Sun roots? I don't know. He calls them sun roots on every one of these. Okay, let's do it again. Put some sun roots in there and some fiddleheads in here. Easier to get to, right? Looking for deer. None. 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 My mother never canned, but I did when I joined the church, and they were all about preparedness. Preparedness for any eventuality. Sure, I can do a canning video. I think I've done one, and somebody told me it was not a safe way I was doing it. This one's wild lettuce. It does not deserve the place of honor. Collards. I love collard greens. Collards. What is this? This is green egg hybrid. That's hen of the woods. These are good. I'll take them downstairs. Oh, and this is a puffball, giant puffballs. I'll take that downstairs too. Green beans, green beans, green beans, and these are all puffball. Sunroots and sunroots. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Zucchini, and let's put a puffball in there. That's about as high as we can go in this room. That canning jar box should be reclaimed. This is one of Maya's dresses. Those are all dried. Willem dried them all. Okay. One last little box. What's in this? Oyster mushrooms. Wow. Swiss chard, tomatoes, Swiss chard, oyster mushrooms, mullein. Mullein does not need to be in there. All right, so I'll take this in the other room. And you know what? If we have empty boxes, we can take a bunch from the cupboard downstairs and bring up too. There we go. That's awesome to have all these dried foods. Oh, the mushrooms, they are so good for you. What do I like better, collard greens or turnip greens? I love collard greens. Yeah, I don't like turnip greens. All right, now will this fit here anymore? There we go. Move this over a little bit. This goes in the children's room. You used to pick and can mushrooms, eh? Nice. Did I finish? Except for these boxes. Now these are going to be heavy. I think. They're not heavy at all. These are apples. Oh, some carrots with the apples. And how about some macaroni with the apples? And we'll try and move this. So, where should we put this boxes? How about right here? Between this and that. Well, it doesn't look as good, but that's all right. What are these? Quick oatmeal. That's a heavy can. I think I'll take it all by itself. Why are there so many of these bugs up here? Oh yes, oats. Just full. Okay. Quick oats. Bottom one doesn't say what's in it. What are these? Is that macaroni? What's this? Apples? They're all apples. Alright. Put carrots in there too. And some more carrots. It says macaroni. Well, just as long as I remember that the names are not accurate. Potatoes. Never had pickled mushrooms. I love pickled asparagus. Interesting. Instant potatoes. Apple slices. Root box. There we go. So, should it go up any higher? If it goes up higher, it's going to mess up with my table. Maybe I can put it behind this thing here. I've never heard of pickled mushrooms in the store. All right, that's it. Time to sit. Okay. What time is it anyway? It's 6 o'clock. Oh, my back hurts so much. This is why I don't come on in the evenings. I usually am just sitting in front of the do the dried foods last forever? Yes, they do. Or like 20 years or something. But these are not 20 years old yet. And now with the impending high cost of living, high cost of food, I'll spend more time using these. While they're still available, we are buying some groceries. We don't really buy too many groceries, just a few items. I could probably list them all. And I eat them because there's no sugar or wheat or dairy or rice. I love to dry foods. I may look into a dehydrator. Yes, especially if you've got nettles outside growing wild, or oh, if you can get bananas on sale cheap, try your bananas. Those are so good. All right, I think I should probably put another stack. I don't really want to make everything come out from the walls. I'm enjoying having it look pretty in here. It is what it is, though. Sorry, I'm just looking around here, trying to decide what I want to do with things. See, that's all gardening stuff under there. So my friend loves gardening, and she likes taking care of plants and watering them. Your hair looks pretty braided like that. Thank you, Susan. I'm going to wear it like this all the time now. I think it looks more appropriate for a 67-year-old woman. You know, when I think of 67, I don't think it's that old anymore because I am it, you know, and then I have friends that are 95 and 73 and 75 and 80 and so I don't feel like I feel like I'm the young one, right? That's what they think of me as. I'm the young one. Oh, you're so young. Oh, if I were 67 again. So you see, I don't feel old because everybody I'm around thinks it's young. But if I think about being 40 and thinking of I'm 40 and someone is 67, yeah, I think they're pretty old. They've retired at 65 and they're 2 years older than that. So I've learned so much from you. I got a Mancala game and my grandchild just loves it. Thank you for sharing your Mancala game videos. You're welcome. That makes me so happy that I have shared things that are good. That's really nice. I'm so glad. Thank you for telling me that. Sometimes I think I should go through all my videos and find out what the hints are. I have all these little hints that I share all the time when I'm doing things. Oh, do it this way, not that way, because this is better, blah, blah, blah. Why? And if I had them all down together, I could make a book out of them. Wouldn't that be fun? Of course, then I'd have to sit down and write it all out. Or I could make a video on all of my hints. It would be a pretty long video, I think. That's telling me it's time to have water. It's 10 after 6. Every hour on the hour, I have an alarm that rings now to tell me to drink water. And I try and drink, a glass. Sometimes I miss it. I don't drink any. Sometimes I can only drink a little bit. But if I do that, I think it's better for my body. I think it'll make my skin better. It'll make my eyes better. I think it'll make my ears better, my nose, my teeth. I don't know. Maybe it won't make anything better, but it is good for your digestive system. But my digestive system is just fine. Thank you very much. But we're 98% water. And your brain has got a lot of water in it too. So if you don't have enough water, the serotonin and all these chemicals, they're mixed with water, right? They're not just straight chemicals. They're all, everything has got to have water in it. And so your brain probably doesn't work as good. Your memory's probably not as good. All those things that make up who you are, probably not as good without enough water. Is there a certain dehydrator you would recommend, or does it matter? Nope, you can put them in the sun or in the shade is better. You can put them in the oven, turn the oven on the lowest setting, 170 or something, and put stuff on trays. I guess the reason you want a dehydrator is for the trays. There is one that we have, which is, they're circular, and there's like 20 of them. And you turn it on, it's one speed, it's on as long as it's plugged in, and then you unplug it when it's done. And that, I think, is probably the best because there's less to go wrong. You might be able to find them used on Kijiji or whatever it is that you have there. Or on Facebook buy and sell, whatever they have locally. Does Facebook get a cut every time something is sold on there? Probably. This is a good chair, you know, this rocking chair. Those recliner chairs, if they've got a nice cushy place for your head, then it's probably letting your back go farther back and your head go forward. And when you stand up, you're all bent over like that. No, your neck is bent like that. Instead of your head being straight up, it's bent. You always walk around like that. I keep telling Willem, whenever he's straight and stands up and he's not straight, I tell him to touch the ceiling with your head, touch the ceiling with your head. And he does, and I think it's good because he's not getting bent. I see some other people who spend more time in the chair and they are getting quite bent. My mother was quite bent. And if you try and walk before you stand up straight, that's so hard on your back. It's so hard. All that pressure of the whole weight of your head and your back is impacting on your lower back, you know, and oh my gosh, that's very painful. Laying on the floor on your back is good too. And to get up off the floor, I keep telling you, but just in case someone is new here, you roll over onto your knees, then you are on all fours, and then you put one foot on the floor. You raise one knee and put one foot there, and then you lean on that leg, the knee. You lean on it and put the other leg up like that. And then you get up, you bend upward. But you have to get in the practice of putting your head toward the ceiling to make yourself straight. I used to be 5'7", now I'm 5'3". No way. Are you all bent? Oh, that's a lot. I lost well, I thought I had lost a half an inch, and I went to the doctor's office a couple weeks ago, and I measured myself, and I was 5'6 3/4", which is what I've always been. Of course, you're shorter in the evening, right? Your body is compressing. It's the weight of your body is. I'm glad you're not really bent. Good job. But you have to straighten your head toward the ceiling, and you have to lay on your back sometimes until your head is completely flat against the bed. If you can't do it, then you need to do it. Your spine, yeah, especially if you sit a lot. You should probably get up and move. You're supposed to move every half hour. If I get up and get water every hour, that's good enough. Because once I sit down, I don't generally get up. I'm sitting for the duration. Willem will make dinner, he'll bring me things, and I just sit there. My tailbone is L-shaped. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. And then once those lower vertebrae, they kind of fuse together. Degenerative disc disease, so DDD, which just comes with being old. That means I'm old again, 67. Am I elderly? I think elderly is like in your 80s and 90s. It's not in your 70s because Willem is 73 and he's not elderly. But I am starting to pay more attention to him and what he does, and, whether he is using his back. Oh, yours slide on each other. That's painful. That's so painful. If you can hang upside down, those inversion tables that go like this, if you can lay on one of them, that's supposed to help a lot. See, it's too much compression on your spine. The discs, the discs, the discs fall apart. They degenerate. They become thinner and thinner, and finally, when the bones touch each other, oh my goodness, is that ever painful? I don't know why. I guess because the nerves are getting pinched. See, I go to the chiropractor because they will adjust you so that the nerves are not being pinched anymore. Because if you have one nerve that's pinched, each nerve is attached to a certain part of your body, an organ. And if say your liver nerve is pinched by your back and you never get it fixed, you never go and get adjusted regularly. I don't go regularly, every 6 months or something. When I have pain, I go. But if you have a pinched nerve of any sort, if it's your liver nerve, then you're going to end up with liver problems. Or if it's your, all of them are attached to something. In your neck, those are the ones that go down to your fingers, the arm ones. I should probably lie down. It really hurts a lot. Willem has choir now. He's gone to choir. I really like it when he's gone. I don't know what it is about the whole house being just me, but it's really nice. Like, I came up here and I did this, and I don't generally do anything at this time of day. It's sitting around until bedtime time. Really, Nan? Nothing pretty about the aging process. I'm 66 and I feel at times like I'm 90. I have issues at well. Like you're 90, eh? The people I know that are 90 are still going strong. But we've already outlived a lot of people. Notice your classmates page on Facebook. And they only seem to talk about when somebody dies. I can barely remember any of those people from high school. It's terrible getting old. The doctor told me once, because of abuse I suffered so much as a child, my body is aged 20 years beyond time. So I understand that, Nan. I am so sorry, Susan, says Suze. That's pretty terrible. I know, it's anatomy lessons, right? That's all we're having right now is anatomy lessons. We've gotten good at developing patience with children. Well, as grandparents, we get to make sure it's our test. It's not an emergency, this is just a test. So I guess I'll put another stack of these behind the yellow chair. If this chair is coming out from the wall, then that chair can darn well come out from the wall too. I learned to accept it. It's not easy. My doctor told me, she said, the one thing that if I could get anybody to do, the best thing for people would be to accept their age. Like, moving these boxes is a bad idea, but I'll be fine in the morning. Your heart is a big problem, isn't it? The heart valve, the problem you've got. I'm very lucky that I wasn't abused as a child. I didn't have a happy childhood. I could never measure up. My dad always thought I should do better. At least I wasn't Asian. Boy, Asian kids, they're really told to make A's. There's no such thing as you study hard, you study more, study, study, study. I think that would be a hard life. But maybe that's just me. The whole culture is doing it, so it is what it is. Yes, I'm a basket case, lol, whatever that is. Well, it's this. This is a basket. You show you now, you're beautiful. You see, baskets are very beautiful. Unless you're a misshapen shoe. I never could get that right. I just didn't do it right. The rest of it's good. It's just this back part. Couldn't figure that part out. See, I went way too far with that one, and nothing made sense when I got back here. But that's why you're supposed to put it down and go back to it. That's a very nice basket. I'm glad I made that. It is, isn't it? And I grew the willow too. I grew it and I cut it and I made a basket. Years ago, my baskets were pretty raunchy. And they're still, I can see they still are not as good as anchorets. Well, maybe they are. Maybe they are now, but I don't know. Like this handle, it could be better. And there's a broken piece there, But they're good enough for me. What did you say? I hope you received counseling, Susan. Nancy sees the bright light in every painful situation. Yes, well, my anatomy lessons are very interesting, I had a hysterectomy, my uterus was falling out. So now I know what a prolapsed uterus is. And they took everything there, so I won't get cancer. And after the operation, when I was supposed to be recovering, I wandered around the hospital and I found a library. I'm glad you don't get depressed anymore. I get depressed when I can't go outside. It's been very difficult. This has been a difficult winter for me. I've spent more time sitting than I like, and I have done some snowshoeing, and I intend to do some skiing. It melted a lot today, so I could probably ski on it, but tomorrow morning it'll probably be frozen solid again. Well, tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday night, is it? Anyway, we're supposed to get a storm on Wednesday. I guess everybody's getting it right. It's coming up from below, from down south. I love you, Susan. I'm sorry you've had such troubles. And you too, Nan, that you feel like you're 90 some days. I try to get outside every day. I get the mail because of you, Nancy. Good job. Thank you. I'm glad you do it. I haven't been getting out every day. But I stand up and I do my yarn, my carding. But anyway, 9 people here. Oh my goodness. It's a little embarrassing to have 9 people here. If I had 9 people in this room, would I be doing all the talking? I hope not. I used to do all the talking all the time. And now I've stopped. Now I've realized that love to you too, Suze. I used to talk all the time in conversations because I thought I was the most interesting person. But then I realized that maybe that's why I don't have friends. Maybe I have to shut up and listen. It's been rough. I also lost a child. That's the hardest to accept. I'm sorry that too. There's a lot of people out there that have lost children. I guess the older we get, the more likely it is that we may outlive one of our kids. There's so many things that go wrong now. I'm glad that you've got each other on here. I hope you have exchanged contact information in some way. You can put it on and then immediately take it off. You can friend me on Facebook. Nancy Today with 2 A's, Todaay. But there's also a Nancy Today channel. on Facebook. I get notifications about it every so often. You're welcome. I'm glad you're all together. And you know, it is interesting that most of us are doing fiber things. Thanks. I took some fiber into the teepee today and I was pulling it and it was quite damp and it was dirty and I wanted to wash it, but I left it in there on the chair, so it's down there in the dark. Well, I think nature is calling. I think I have to go. I'll let you guys hang out together for a little while. I'll go put you in the other room where you can, or I'll put you here where you can just see the view. I have to go to the little lady's room. I'm going to close the door so you can't hear me. I'll close the other door too. Sorry, the clock was going off again. So what's the conversation? Take your time. Thanks. Nancy is the best. I love you guys. I love it hanging out with you. Now, what to talk about? Something cheery, perhaps. I wonder if Willem sings or plays the piano for choir practice. He sings. He loves singing. He's a baritone. I don't like it when he tries to be a tenor. It's not good. I'm guessing no. So he doesn't. He plays the piano at church, but he doesn't. And he plays the piano at home, but not at the choir. She's the best. Sometimes we text and we've talked on the phone. I know, isn't that cool? Of course, your voice doesn't sound anything like I thought it would sound. And we've never seen pictures of any of each other, so we have no idea what each other looks like. You all know me. My sunny side. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. It's about how trauma affects our physical health. Oh, hi, Lisa. Yes, I've had a lot of trauma from childhood that at 56 I'm still healing from. That's hard. I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. I think I think you've told me a bit about your past, and yes. Let's see. Yes, he's been singing. So the body keeps the score. That's the subject is your eugenics. Is that right? Eugenics. So that if my grandfather had he grew up in a very rough family. There were 11 boys, or maybe there were 2 girls or 3 girls. Anyway, there were a lot of boys, and they were very rough. And so I never really knew him. We only visited a little bit, and he wasn't the cozy kind of person. Hi, Lisa. Everybody loves you. I've been following Nancy for many years, and there's lots of comfort and peace here. Oh, I've missed a few things here. Hold on. I think he's been singing. Yes, he's been singing. Yes, Suze, yes, that's what I was thinking too, since it's called choir. Hi, Lisa, thanks. I'll see if I can find it. I'm sorry, Lisa, you have landed in a safe, loving place. I'm going to write that down, the book. I've sent you pics, Nancy. Oh, have you? Really? Of yourself? Thank you, ladies. I've been following Nancy for many years. Lots of comfort and peace there. Here. There is, Lisa. Yeah, I love you guys. And sometimes I look in the comments and I'll get a comment from somebody, and then I'll go into the search above it and I can search all the comments that you've ever given me. And so I can read all the comments and kind of get to re-know, because I can't remember anything. But I do have my YouTube book. It's right over here. I should get it out. We stopped reading the scriptures. We were sitting at my desk reading the scriptures every morning. And then I think it's because I was doing it until we went away. I went to Maui, right? Is that when I stopped? Seems like I stopped before then. That was in the middle of the 20th of December, I think. That was quite the amazing trip, I'm glad you like the peacefulness of it here. So my friend is going to move in. So this is going to change the amount of videoing I do, I guess. Maybe. Depends what she thinks. I don't want to get her in it if she doesn't want to. She's a lot like me, though. She's my age. She's 2 days younger than me. Isn't that amazing? 2 days younger. I told her I'm going to be studying her to see how much she can do, how her body is at 67, how much her body can do, and what's normal. I have no idea what's normal. I just do what I do. If I get an idea, but I haven't had many ideas lately because it's been cloudy and the weather has not been nice enough to go outside. I mean, it's been above freezing a lot, but I can't get off the porch, right? And even the porch was full of snow. Every roof that fell, and we have all these roofs now, every roof was dropping a whole pile of snow. And so everywhere I tried to go, I could go this far, but then I had to stop because it was a big pile of ice. But we worked on them and we got rid of them. So now we have a nice pathway all the way around the deck again. Yay! Sometimes when it's hot in the house, like I'm getting hot right now. Sometimes when it's hot in the house, I go for a walk around the deck. I don't put on a coat, I just walk. Hey, remember my pocket on this dress? You like my pocket? Remember when I burned it? I was in the teepee having a campfire, and I burned it. So I cut out the burned part, and I put a patch on it. Isn't that nice? It's snowing here, 4 inches. Oh my, I guess I missed it because my husband walked in. Oh, hi. Interesting, or whatever I mean. Okay, I remember you had to go, Susan. I didn't even get to say goodbye. I came back and you had said goodbye to everybody, but I was busy putting the door on the teepee. Isn't that cool? There's a door on the teepee. I'm so pleased. Good job on the patchwork. I love your purse or your bag you sent me, Susan. I love it. I was looking at your braided handle the other day thinking, I never even really looked at this. This is beautiful. You did such a lot of work on that. It's really cool. It's very interesting with the rags. I've never seen anything like that. With the, everything, the pieces that are sticking out. I have to go look at it again to remember what it is. It's very nice. And your bracelet is around, the two bracelets, they're around the stem of my, of the handle of the sink downstairs. It's a vertical one with a little stick that sticks out. You're making another one right now for some lucky friend. It's so nice that you like giving things away. Yeah, it's hot up here. I don't know if it's good to keep all this stuff up here where it's hot. But where is the best place to put stuff? Sunroom probably, but there's no room in there. There might be room. What did you just say? Oh, these people. Yeah, so she's homeless right now. She was she how life goes, and sometimes things don't work out, and it's really hard to get housing that you can afford anymore. And so she's got on waiting lists. I didn't drink water. I have to go downstairs to drink water. I should probably go downstairs. But I like this chair. I should probably put the fan on up here. Or maybe let's just go downstairs. We'll turn everything off up here. And we'll finish our work tomorrow, maybe. Maybe. So since Desmond doesn't like this room, because he saw a spider in it once, he doesn't want this room. So I have a bed and a dresser. I told her that I would love for her to come here, but I can't handle any more stuff. So if she could just put everything in storage and bring a suitcase or two and then switch them out every now and then. So we have 3 more boxes to move. And then the closet is almost ready. Feels pretty heavy. Giant puffballs and hen of the woods. These are good. If I have to cook, I'm going to put this in it. I'll have to unplug my little lights too. Now it's dark. So dark. Hello there, darkness, my old friend. This says go downstairs. Well, should it? My spinning wheel is up here. Put it by the spinning wheel. So you can see a bit out the window. No, you can't. Huh. All right, so much for that. Hello there, darkness, my old friend. So it turns out that Simon and Garfunkel, before Simon came along, Garfunkel had a friend who was blind. And I think he called him Darkness. Hello there, darkness, my old friend. Come to talk with you again. Because there goes another one of those bugs. I think they hatch once a month or something. Hen of the woods. And giant puffballs. And this stuff needs to go in the trash. I wonder if any animals are out here. Oh, look, we have some stars, which you can't see. Ah, fresh air. Hello there, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Look at that, 2 stars in the sky. Because a vision softly creeping. Ha! It's on too high. Now let's go get some water. 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 I cut the bottoms off all of them. I think I'm too late. Water. Cool, clear water. Let's turn all the lights down. The lights are much brighter there. You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares, and go downtown. This is why it's so hot, because it is pumping out lots of heat. Look at all this fleece I've been carding. Isn't that a lot? The stuff on this side is scratchy. The stuff on this side is all soft. That's all soft. Except these. These are the scratchy ones. Those go in the comforter. Which, hey, what are you doing on the bed? I thought we made the bed. That darn cat. Kitty, kitty. Hey, look, there's me. It's going to 78 degrees on Thursday. Get out of the bed. Get out. Go, go, go. Oh, no, out. Go get off the bed. Off the bed. Shoo. Sss. Sss. Kitty, get down. Sss. Kitty, get off the bed. You cannot sleep on my bed. Come on, off. 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 I'm allergic to you. Don't you know that? Now I have to change the sheets. That is very hot. 78 degrees. That's a hot day. Hi. Are you thirsty? Did you want to go outside? Nice and cool out there. Is that just the right place to be? Nope. Hi, Jumbles. The water is on for you, you know. So I guess this is your cup. He won't drink water that's already been around for a little while. Oh, you want the other glass, do you? "17 years old. That's an old cat." This cat is 1. Have you had enough? Nope, that's mine. Nope, it's gone. It's empty. You want some more? I'm going to put it down here. So if you dump it over. All right, enough cool air. I think I'm going to put this around it so if you tip it over, it doesn't break. There. Keep your little feet warm. You want to go out now? You want to see who's out there? Gonna look for stars? I'll check. Nope, stars. How about fellow animals? Are there animals out there? Look at that tail going. See, Susan, this is where I keep them, so I think of you every time I look at them. I am complete in him. Hi, Bear. How's Bear? So this is your new spot, is it? Okay, we're leaving. We're going away into our dark house. He'll be here in a minute to sit on me. So you've got to go. Goodbye, Suze. I'm glad you guys love Chummos. 78 degrees on Thursday where I am in Cincinnati. Hard to believe it's February. Is this... It makes me wonder what is going to happen in the summertime. We've had, I think we had 2 days over 100 last year. Maybe it was even more than 100. It was 40 degrees. But remember what's happened in Europe? Like sometimes they got really like 40 degrees. 40 degrees. If it's 45, it kills people. We will all just roast. Goodbye, Suze. It's nice to hang out, isn't it? My back is bad. Oh my gosh. So this is when I usually turn on the television. Let's see what's on, shall we? Want to see what I do when I'm sitting here? Where is that clicker? Am I sitting on it? Yes. Ta-da! I got a new one because the last one was broken. Okay, so this is what I do. I turn it on, and this is Once Upon a Time. They're in Neverland now, trying to get their child back.
You heard what was said. Hannah's a demon. And you are a savior? Because if that were true, this map would have shown us the way already.
This is Snow White and her daughter.
Maybe you think you are as who you really are. Maybe. Sometimes we think we know ourselves, but we need a push to show us the reality. That boy that night, you stopped fighting him. Why? He was just a boy. There was something else. I saw it in your eyes. Why did you stop? Why? Because when I looked at his face, I saw me. Go on. That look in his eyes. The despair. I had it back when I was in the foster system. Just a lost little girl who didn't matter. Didn't think she had a boy. Little girl cried herself to sleep in
Yeah, this is in Neverland. Let me show you. This is a really cool show. So let's go into Once Upon a Time. Told my husband I might attach Velcro to my shirts and just stick all the clickers to my shirts so I don't ever lose them again. Good idea. Okay, so let's go out of here. Why does it want to go all the way out?
Look, cried herself to sleep and I
So I'll tell you the backstory. So what's been happening here is the evil queen, when Snow White and Prince Charming got married, the evil queen came and said that she was going to enact a curse so that there would be no more happy endings. So the curse came rolling in like this big black cloud over all of Wonderland, or wherever everything is. And the Enchanted Forest, that's it. That's where they lived, was. Taught my dog to find the remote. Yeah, so then this, so what, I have a hard time remembering all the names. So let me just, Snow White and Prince Charming were the king and queen in the land. Okay, so the evil queen cursed them. The curse rolled in, and they knew it was going to come. And the only way that they could not have everybody be cursed, and they were going to end up in a new place where there would be no happy endings. And so it actually came to Maine. There was a little town now that was called Storybrooke, which was just theirs. It was all of these people from the Enchanted Forest and Wonderland, and not Neverland. Anyway, and so before the curse rolled in, Snow White and Prince Charming talked to Pinocchio's father, Geppetto, who was a woodworker, and there was an enchanted tree. So he put a hole in an enchanted tree with a door, and they put Emma. It was their baby. When the baby was born, they put it in the tree, and then she was going to grow up without parents, but she was going to come in 28 years and save them. And Geppetto didn't tell anybody else, but he also put Pinocchio in there to save his boy. So the two of them suddenly landed in a forest in Maine, or not in Maine, a forest somewhere, and they were both put in the foster system. And then when she was 28 years old, she gave up a baby for adoption. And the father of the baby was Rumpelstiltskin's son, which they didn't know. Like, they didn't know that they had any destiny together or anything. So they have this child, and then, things happen. Anyway, she gives the baby up for adoption at birth. And, and, and so her baby is Henry. Henry grows up and is adopted by, ta-da, the Wicked Witch, the Wicked Queen in Storybrooke. So she's raising Henry. And she's the mayor, and she's in charge of everything. And Rumpelstiltskin, he wanted to make sure that he gave the curse to the evil queen. The evil queen came to Rumpelstiltskin to get the curse. And so his deal was that he would not be affected. And so he's in Storybrooke too, but he has this trinkets store, which has got all kinds of magical things, but there's no magic, not any magic. Now, so Henry, the son of the mayor, who's actually Emma's son, the savior's son, he comes out and finds her, and she's a bail bondman. She's out there catching bad guys. And she has to drive him home, right? So he tells her, he brings this book, the fairy tales, and this is us, this is you, you're the savior, you have to come and break the curse. And she's like, okay, kid, okay, you're a little bit out there. This is, Anyway, so she comes, take Henry home, right? She brings him to home. Then she sees what a wicked, evil queen his mother is. And she's just sort of going to stay and sort of watch over Henry, and, and she becomes the sheriff in the town. And so all the people in the town, there's Jiminy Cricket, who is a counselor, and there's Little Red Riding Hood, who it is. She's actually a werewolf, but in storybook, she never doesn't happen because she's not magical anymore. So, and her mother is, the grandmother, and they've got a diner, and so she's a waitress, and Red is a waitress in Granny's diner. And there's Pinocchio, who actually, he and Emma did not grow up in Storybrooke, right? Pinocchio abandoned her. Like, he was supposed to be a good boy. As long as he was a good boy, he would always be a boy. The Blue Fairy. Now, the Blue Fairy is a nun here in Storybrooke, and Snow White is a teacher, and Charming, Prince Charming, he's supposedly in a coma, but they meet each other. She reads to him, and anyway, and who else is in it? The Mad Hatter. He has hats, and he has this very nice big house he lives in, but he never goes anywhere. Oh, and Pinocchio, because Pinocchio abandoned Emma and went off riotous living in PH, somewhere in Thailand. And so he came back to Neverland, and to Storybrooke, and he wrote another chapter in the book because he's a writer. And he's turning to wood. He's turning completely to wood, and so now he's hiding out in the forest in a trailer, completely wooden. He can barely do anything. And his father, Geppetto, works in a store, his own carpentry shop, but nobody knows who they are, right? Nobody knows that they're all from Wonderland. You may have to watch this. It sounds good. Yes, it's on Disney Channel. One of those perks from my son. I'm so blessed by my son. I can't believe how good they are to me. Really. Like, my kids were never good to me when I was raising them. They didn't like me at all. It's nice how good to me they are now. It's worth it getting old so you can experience that. You get old enough, and then they have a chance to become successful. And so Emma came, and we've had all the backstory of everything, and then she broke the curse. And now, then they found, there's these magic beans that will help you. They will open a portal, and they can go back to Wonderland or to the Enchanted Forest. But it happened that the wrong people went, or somebody was pushed in, and so somebody else jumped in so they'd be together. I think it was Emma fell in and into this big green rolling hole, and so Snow White didn't want her to be separated from her again. Hey there. So then this whole season, I don't know which season I'm on, but the whole season is about, are you okay? Your tail is flapping there. You want me not to put my hand on your back? Yeah, you seem to wag your tail when I talk to you right there, don't you? You don't like that. That's where you're bothered. There goes that tail. Angry tail. Anyway, so boy, that tail's really flopping. You really just want your head petted. Leave the rest of me alone, please. And so these magic beans, there was Jack and the beanstalk and the giant up there. And the giant was the nicest giant. His whole family had been killed when Jack came up, and, killed all the rest of his family of giants. And they would grow beans. That's what they did as a family. They would grow beans, but But his tail is a moving fast. Look at that tail. He's got real issues. He has a way of biting. But when he bites me, I grab his face and I squeeze it hard. I say, no. I do that. And so he didn't, like, I can put my hand there and he won't bite me, but he does not like it. Boy, he flapped his tail against me hard. Anyway, so these beans will open a portal. And so they found one last bean and they ended up going to Neverland. And it's not, Neverland is not like you think. The Lost Boys, Peter Pan is in charge, and Peter Pan is a mean boy. He's really mean. I don't like this part. I don't think I finished watching this part of the show the last time because I really didn't like the Neverland stuff. But I'm trying to pay attention this time and see the good stuff in it. Oh. And just see it for what it is. That Peter Pan is mean and the Lost Boys are mean. You know, when we watched Pan, or what is it? Peter. What was the name of the show? Hook. Remember the movie Hook? That was a good movie. That was when Peter was grown up. And then Peter Pan, when he was young, like, it was all beautiful. But this is like a different story. So you're leaving, are you? You've had enough? Anyway, so that's what this show is about. Once upon a time is all these people that lived in the enchanted forest who were cursed, could not remember their life before, not even like the day before they started. You know, how long have you been a teacher here? As long as I can remember. Everybody's like that, but that was the day after the curse took hold. And it's like Lost. Did you ever watch Lost? Where they do a bit in the present and then they go back into the past, and so there'll be a story going on about right now, but they're also doing a story in the past that's of that character that's related to this story now. And I'm just sort of sucked in. I watch these one after another till it's time to go to bed. All right, let me show you some other stuff I watch on here. You see, it wants to go all that way. All right, well, I'll just show you some other things. So Bones, do you ever watch Bones? Bones is pretty good, but there's a bit of gruesome, there's always a murder at the beginning. Oh, you read Stephen King's books? Oh my goodness. See, so, we don't want to watch this. So the beginning of every show of Bones, there's been a crime, and so they find a body, and then because of the things that have happened to the bones through the course of that person's life, they're able to figure out, oh, they were a tennis player, and they have a artificial whatever, and so there must be a serial number on it, and they try and identify the people. And but the people in this show, the people in Bones are so cool. Like, they've got this lab, and it's the Smithsonian. It's a beautiful lab with all these amazing instruments. And so the particulates on the shoe, he can check and see what exactly are those particulates and where do you find those particulates, because every place bless your heart, I hope it doesn't keep you awake at night. So in Bones, there's the guy who's really, he's a rich kid, but he doesn't want anybody to know. Hodge, he's from this very wealthy family, and nobody's supposed to know about it. But he just works at the Jeffersonian, and he works with the dirt, and he finds the little particles of plants, and he can analyze what part of, it's all in the United States. This is Washington, D.C. is where everything's happening at the Smithsonian Institute. And so he can figure out, you know, this kind of plant lives in the Appalachian Mountains and this kind of soil. There's a streak of this kind of mineral. And so, right in this area. And so, they're looking for a body of water. And maybe because they found this in the lungs. And so, they're looking, and they find the location. They find the murder scene, the crime scene, that's what it's called. And, it's not, there's not serial killers and stuff like that on this show. I don't think. I don't like all that stuff. All the stuff you have to be scared of. So Bones is a good one. And she is an anthropologist and she knows she's the very best. And she has no emotional attachment to anything. She's very frank. You know, there's this bunch of hoodlum kids. Well, I don't suppose they're hoodlums, but they're having these parties. It's almost like an orgy. They're just having these wild parties. And so she meets them and she talks about them as if they are a lost tribe in some, oh, I've heard about you, the, you know, whatever culture this is, and the rituals, which are like, you know, jumping off the railing and loud music and all. You know, like she's so out there scientifically. It's hard for her to relate to the rest of the world. And so this FBI officer is assigned to them, and so he calls them squints. So there's Hodge that does all the particulates, and then there's this graduate student who also takes everything extremely literally. No inferences and understanding and subtle hints. It's all lost. Just the facts. And he's very good. He's quite like Bones. She is, her name is actually Temperance Brennan, Dr. Brennan, but everybody calls her Bones. And she's in charge of the lab. And then now they have a boss, which is rather different. Anyway, and then there's Angela. And Angela, Bones will take the skull and she'll put markers, you know, like push pins in the different places where the, you know, the skin and the muscle and the tissue would be on top of the skull. And she'll put those markers on. And then Angela will create the face, and it's all a hologram. And so she does it, and she's got her little tablet there, and she's doing away, and there we're seeing it. And it's the person that this body, who's this body, and sometimes it's, oh, I recognize them. Isn't that Senator so-and-so? Or, you know, or then they run that face through the database, and then they find out who it was. There's another person, isn't there? And what they do with the bones, I mean, they have to clean the bones, right? They don't deal with flesh and all that stuff. Blood, guts, and gore. No, that's gone. So they put the bones in an aquarium, and then they pour in jars of maggots or something, and they just eat all the guck off of the bones. And then they have the clean bones, and then they can see the deformations in the bones and where it's been broken before and where it's been like a stab mark, the shape of the knife that was used, the blade, and a serrated edge or a straight edge, or, you know, and, you know, some people have lots of broken bones that have rehealed, or they can see that the hyoid bone is snapped. Where's the hyoid? It's in here, right? If they were hung, right? And then they can tell also if it happened, they can tell that and all these things from the bones. And so then they lay out all the bones on the table. So it looks like it's perfectly lined up skeleton, and they can see all the fingers, and see how my finger's getting deformed? That's weird. My mother had some deformed fingers. But when you do that, they're all right. Except for the dirt under my fingernails. That's from the campfire today. I tried to get it out, but it didn't come out. Look at that. That's really changed. 67. See, those are much better. Those are regular. Anyway, so that's Bones. So that's another one of my things I watch. And let's see what else. So there's Once Upon a Time and Bones. Oh, wait a minute. The Glades is pretty good. That's this one guy who worked in Chicago, and he's been, oh, not, what did it do? I don't want it to do that. So he's gone down to Florida figuring he's going to be a cop down there and hang out on the beach, but actually he has to, it's homicides, you know. But he is so down home. It's like, okay, guys, it's really good. I like him. Willem doesn't like that one too much. All right, what else we got here? Oh, and then so Once Upon a Time, Bones and Glades. And, Criminal Minds, I don't like that because it's all murders. Oh, this one, Lie to Me. Now that's really good. I've already watched that. But this is interesting because they have a business, which is to be able to see what people, read expressions, like the expressions on a person's face. You ask them a question, and for a millisecond, you'll see something go across their face, and that's their real reaction. And so Dr. Lightman and team have the ability to determine not only if you are lying, but why. So he's got this whole big wall full of pictures of people who are lying and different hints that let you know that. I love this show. I should watch it again. And then now there's another one that's really good, which is called The Extraordinary Attorney Wu. That one you really have to go see. Okay, so what else have we got in here? Castle. We've already watched all of Castle, but that is so good. Castle is very funny. Now, Body of Proof is interesting. Oops. Body of Proof is interesting. They really figure everything out of what happened. It's very interesting, but it's a little gruesome. I don't really like gruesome stuff. And then there's Castle, which is here somewhere. Oh, The Proposal is good, isn't it? I love those shows that she's in. I don't know her name. Do you remember her name? It's a romantic comedy. All the rest of this is dark. I don't want to watch any of that. Sister Act is good. Sister Act 2. Okay, let's go to... All right, I'll show you what I watch no, I'll show you Netflix first, what I watch on here. Yeah, I guess they are hardworking hands that have gotten so. It just seems I'm too young to have my hands do stuff. Okay, so let's see now. Oh, this is a good South. Due South is really good. So there's a Mountie from Canada those are all Mounties, who has gone down to, he's gone down to work at the embassy. You have to stand in front of the embassy and be very still. But he's also side time with this police group. And so there's something bad's going to happen, right? Anyway, but he's a really cool guy. This Due South guy. And let's see what else. Oh, Meghan and Harry. I haven't watched much of that. Half of the first episode. Firefly Lane. It's kind of interesting. There's these two women. Larry Crown. I watched this. This is very good. Oh yeah, that's right. He gets laid off from his job, and he's such a nice guy. I haven't watched those. I never did watch The Crown. A lot of people are watching it, but I didn't. What else is this? Willem likes Mom. It's kind of funny, but they're both alcoholics, and there's been drugs, and there's all these innuendos. So it's not a very good one, I don't think. Magic for Humans. Hey, that looks like it might be good. I watched this one, I think, the Kaminsky Method. This comedy series featuring Michael Douglas and Alan Arkin is filmed and set in Hollywood. I watched Frankie and Grace a bit, but then I thought that all I liked was alternate people, and I didn't really want to watch all that stuff. The Accidental Husband, that was good. What else? Notting Hill, I think, was good too. Yeah, I like anything with Julia Roberts. She's good. And Just Like Heaven, I think that was good too. Oh, yeah. When a heartbroken architect moves into a new apartment, he clashes with the previous tenant's spirit, which lingers behind. Yeah, this is very good. She's not dead. She's in a coma somewhere. Maid of Honor was good too. I didn't watch the rest of these. But there's also Murdoch Mysteries, which I don't know if you can get them in the States. Oh, Suits is good. Did you ever watch that? That last one sounded good. I love Suits, and that's with Megan, right? The princess, Harry's wife, and the Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls is awesome. It reminds me a lot of my grandparents' house and my grandparents' lifestyle. This is the granddaughter, and that's the mom or the daughter. And anyway, she talks. Her words are just amazing. Her choice of words. Oh, and Anne with an E is supposed to be very good. It's Anne of Green Gables. And I don't know about the rest of these. Oh, House of Cards is kind of interesting. It's like the U.S. political thing. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine was a good one. Grey's Anatomy is too much sex in the closet stuff going on, but it is an interesting show. Some of these are probably pretty good. I should probably try them. Oh, this one. What is this one here? Mr. Bean. He's kind of funny, but it's not really worth your time. Sweet Magnolias is good. I don't know if I've seen Virgin River. I don't think I've seen any of these. Top 10 movies in Canada today. Your Place or Mine, The Judge, Tarzan, Mummy, I Care a Lot, San Andreas. A devastating earthquake hits California, and a helicopter pilot and soon-to-be ex-wife must rescue their daughter before a second one strikes. Ah, yes. I always mute them when they're all that tension. Yeah, I don't know if I'd watch those. right, where's Murdoch Mysteries? And where's the other one that we watched? It's set in. Oh, this is really funny. Did you ever watch this? Oh, Enola Holmes is great. It means these are Sherlock Holmes and his brother have gone to rescue their sister whose mother has taken off. And one of the brothers is very awful. Where are your gloves? Where's your hat? Well, I have a hat, just makes my head itch, and I have no gloves. She has no gloves. Plainly not, Mycroft. We didn't send for you, silly girl. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so that's Enola Holmes. That's very good. And Don't Look Up. That's really great. It's very, the Da Vinci Code, I think that was good. He's just not that into you. I think I saw that. Oh, Gilmore Girls suits. Oh, The Queen's Gambit. Did you see that? That's a good one. That's all about this girl that starts playing chess and she gets really good. Oh, look, fantastic fungi. That might be interesting. Delve into the magical world of fungi, from mushrooms that clear oil spills to underground fungal networks that help trees communicate. Oh, that would be a good one. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Bridget Jones's Diary. That's a good one. Aftershock, Everest and the Nepal earthquake. This gripping docu-series features actual footage and first-hand accounts detailing the harrowing events surrounding the 2015 earthquake in Nepal. You saw Don't Look Up? It was very good, eh? Oh, you can get Murdoch Mysteries. Murdoch Mysteries is so good. It's just amazing. It shows it's put in the 1900s, and so it's Maid of Honor. That was a good one too. I think Blended might have been good. What's worse than a dreadful blind date between two single parents? Crossing paths once again, but this time at a resort with their kids in tow. Some of these are worth looking at, I suppose. All right. So that's what I watch on Netflix. I had recommended it before, eh? So I watched it. My internet is down for some reason. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, come on. Here we go. So let's see. If it's not on Netflix, well, Murdoch Mysteries was somewhere. I'll show you what some of the things I watch on YouTube. Now the kids get into this, so a lot of this stuff is children's things. Oh, look, 2 people are watching this. I look nice in that picture, don't I? You have Hulu. Huh. It's not showing anything. All right, we'll get out of this.
So bedroom up here. Little bedroom.
Yeah, I look like I'm 67, don't I? Just in case you missed the beginning of this video. Okay, we're going to mute that, turn that off. Okay, so here's Lindsey Graham confronted on air on his schemes to overturn Georgia. So that's Brian Tyler Cohen. And this is the church general conference. And this is Northwest Forager Stinging Nettles. See how the temple will survive the earthquakes. 10 countries everyone is retiring to. Meat without animals, the future of food. So these are all related to thinking what things I have watched. Marjorie Chan Green threatens total destruction of. So I watch MSNBC and archaeologists are lying about Egyptian pyramids. You know, these Egyptian pyramids, if they had gold on them and the stuff on the outside, they would be great, great power sources. But they aren't. They should do it. So CTV News, Global News. Oh, and I love this girl. Watch this.
Come, I show you Mrs. Chu's son. Very handsome, very tall. Now studying to become a doctor. Huh? Look, look, look. Her son? Yeah, see? Does he have a girlfriend though? So? Still not married, what? Mom! Yeah, she's already 27 and don't even have a ring yet. Means he can't be that interested, right? My God, who are you? Come, I show you Mrs. Chu's son. Very handsome, very tall. Now studying to become a doctor. Huh? Look, look, look. Her son? Yeah, see? Does he have a girlfriend though? So? Still not married, what? Mom! Yeah, she's already 27 and don't even have a ring yet. Means he can't be that interested, right? My God, who are you?
I
I show you Mrs. Chu's son.
I love these. This I don't know who this is. Lyanna, Lyanna, capital Kea. So she's pretending to be the mother, right? So that is actually the same daughter, right? And she pretends that she's the grandma, and she does all these skits. But she makes her mother the Asian. This is a typical Asian mother, I guess, is what she's showing us. Anyway, I love that one. Sometimes I just watch shorts. Midas Touch is kind of good. TED Talks, church stuff, General Conference, Latter Days, whatever. And then there's the stuff my granddaughter watches.
If IKEA is the global face of Sweden, Walmart might be America's.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us for this news conference about persistent problems with mold, structural damage, termites, rats, and other maintenance difficulties at Holualo.
That's Hawaii. BBC News, MSNBC, Midas Touch, Global, CTV, Bloomberg, ABC 7, 5 Minute Decor. This is church stuff too, LDS. Forgiveness, public speaking, gardening, history, belief, sales. I don't watch sales. Eating. There's a bit of eating. Lifestyle, that's the kids watch stuff. How to make flour from acorns. Science. We watch a lot of planet stuff. And this guy, I like this guy. This is a guy who's learning.
Hi everyone, I'm just a simple American man here to react and learn about Canada's history. And you know, this is something I complain about a lot, is that
Tyler
America,
Bucket.
they just don't do a great job of teaching the history and governments and the workings about of foreign nations, let alone such an important, if I can speak, nation of Canada to our north on our border. I mean, people we've worked with side by side for far longer than I've been born. And
So I like Julia and Julia too. That's a good one. Anyway, this guy, he's watching all these videos on Canada, and then he's like amazed, American reacts to the War of 1812. How did I not know this? Funny Canadian comedians with jokes. American tests his Canadian knowledge. What do you know? American reacts to iconic Canadian foods. American reacts to how Canadians measure things. 10 incredible facts about the CN. The Yukon. 25 funny differences between Canadians and Americans. 10 things Canadians want you to know. Celebrities you didn't know are Canadian. Canada's government explained. So he's learning as he goes. And is this considered normal? Weird things that only exist in Canada. Crossing Canada's border on foot. Unexpected Canadian inventions. Canadian versus American English differences. Amazing places to visit in Canada. Anyway, you get the idea. He's been doing these a lot. He's got 39,000 subscribers. Anyway, I like him, Tyler Bucket. I'll go down to my subscriptions. So Vox is a news thing. Unspeakable Plays. Oh, he does some interesting things on Minecraft. So I like him. I don't like that. Why is that subscribed to? Yuck. That is also yuck. As is this. Why have I got these things on? MSNBC. Yeah, these kids have been subscribing to all these things. 5-minute craft family, 5-minute craft play, 5-minute decor, 7-minute riddles, 1, 2, 3 go challenge. No, that's crap. I mean, it's children's stuff, so it's probably not crap for them. There's another earthquake happened today. Did you know that? A 6.4 in Turkey. I don't know what's happened because of it. ABC News Australia, ABC 7, that one's in Los Angeles. There's a lot of car chases on that one. Motorcycle, I like to watch chases sometimes. It's very interesting. Car chases, there's a lot of car chases. I don't watch all these. Just watch now and then I watch one that's a car chase. All right, Adam and Magdalene, what is this? Oh, I think this is from Hawaii. Adventures with Regina. Well, still, my grandpuppy always loves the laundry basket. I don't think I watch these, but I subscribe. Alex and Sandra's blog, that's in Vlaardingen, where my mother-in-law lives. This is all in Dutch. Oh, and this is in another language too. But it's interesting to watch some of these things. And I don't think you can get the transcripts in our language, in English. Now the way to get you go up and over, and then right there is usually where the C is, but this doesn't have one. So they're threading the reed. Why is she pulling it out and she's pulling it in? Oh, I guess it was tangled. I just think this is interesting to watch. I don't need to hear what they're saying. Anyway, so that one is called ANDRESS 1961. And Andre Rieu, I loved Andre Rieu. He's very funny. He's in Holland, he's Dutch, and these things that he does with his orchestra are really beautiful. See, it's all in Dutch. Oh, you mentioned earlier about the earthquake. I guess they love Limburg. Anyway, you get the idea. I love his Christmas ones. And then what's Andy Cook's? Oh, this guy's got very funny shorts. Let's see, I think it does.
What do you want to eat? You want something sweet?
I hope your internet works.
Yeah, babe. Jam packed this. Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, babe.
Anyway, he cooks interesting stuff. Aero Transcorp. I don't know. I don't think any of these things are what I want to watch. There must have been something I watched on here once that I liked. Anyway, what's this one? See, we're still in the A's. These are shorts. Do-it-yourself projects. Yeah, the news is pretty sad. Oh, that's Art Tricks. That was interesting. Anyway, Ashford Wheels and Looms. So anyway, I like watching this stuff sometimes. Associated Press, all the news. Avomance. This is a Minecraft channel. I like learning things from them. BBC News. B Blocks. That's he makes interesting things on Minecraft too. What did you just say? Uh-oh. It says, heads up, we've detected copyrighted audio and video in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Okay, so I guess I can't show you any more of these. But anyway, be amazed. Big Green Art, that's baskets and stuff. Willow coffins. Big Island News. I watched a lot about the volcano in this one. Billy's World, Watch Your Hands. This is the kids. 7 drinks to get rid of Billy. I don't know. Bloomberg Television. Blossom, that's the kids, I think. Pine Nut Eater. Bees, bees, bees. Setting up your dome. Making a wallet knife. Making a steel wallet knife. Gathering basket making materials. Anyway, that's my kind of stuff. That was Bob Gills. Brant Rivers. No, I don't think that's it. Brightside. I like Brightside. He explains things. The British Antarctic Survey. This is all about the Arctic and things that are happening with the glaciers, or Antarctic. Right? British Antarctic Survey. Brother of Color. Now he's very funny. He gets his sister to do things that are, I'll pay you this much if you can figure out how to get this glass off without touching it, blah, blah, blah. That's Brother of Color. That was a good one. This is Bushcraft and Mealtime. BYU Speeches. Canadian Bushcraft. CBC News. CBC News The National. CBC Weather News. Oh, a good weather guy is Ryan Hall, y'all. Chad Zuber, look at this. He made himself a grass hut. Chapman, nope, that's just Minecraft stuff. Charles Harrison, now that's music, right? Cherokee Phoenix, I don't think that I need this on here. Oh, you see, it was probably this. They're probably this video and I subscribed, but that was the only one that was like that. No, I don't want that. Oh, she's an interesting person. She shows how you can change the shape of your face with these things that they've got now. She puts them on. They've got a string around for the back of your head. Oops. And this is the same person. That's her with her cheeks, her saggy cheeks pulled back. Like, see, this is her, what she really looks like. And then when she puts this stuff on, it makes her, look at that. Here she is putting these face tape on. And that's what she looks like after. No, maybe. Yeah, there she is. See, she puts that on and it makes her face look like that. I just think it's fascinating that people can do things like this to their faces. And from what I hear, you can buy them at Walmart. I mean, what if you did that and then nobody recognized you? That's how to go incognito. City News, that's Ottawa, I think, usually, or Toronto. Classy Cheapskate, Making Fabric Flowers. CNBC. Autonomous train bus hybrid could transform city. Anyway. CNBC Television, CNN. Coal Cracker Bushcraft. Columbo. Oh, I love Columbo. Oh, I've been watching Victorious. I'm going to turn this around. I bet they did this to me because, oh, you're still here though, right? So they didn't. Hi, Nan, you're still here. Those poor people in Turkey, it's just gut-wrenching. Yes, and in Ukraine, I can't watch the Ukraine stuff anymore. I pray for them, but I can't watch it. It's just, I don't know. It's just too awful. I've been watching Victorosa Trekina videos. She and her husband were able to get out of Russia and are now in country Georgia. She was pregnant with and that fascinating journey so far. Oh, that's interesting. Well, this is very interesting, hanging out with you instead of just watching television endlessly. But I guess you're watching television, right? You're watching YouTube. And I'm not. You see? The shoe is on the other foot now. And I sit here and eat. I find things and I munch on them. Peanut butter with figs was my latest. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't the whole thing. My latest was a bag of corn chips. Well, that's interesting to talk about all these things. Celtic dance, that's Craig Duncan. Creation from cement. Creative cement. CTV News. QB. Oh, that's not. Culture textile. Curiosity and technology. I like the curiosity stuff. Curiosity Incorporated. There's some interesting stuff about, oh, this is Cyprian Outdoor Adventure. You love chips? I have one. I end up eating almost the whole bag, which is why I don't buy them often. I know. Well, this is one of my food storage items. Is it backwards? They're no name. Corn chips. Oh, of course, it's also in French, you know. They're just like Fritos. I think they're a little smaller, though. Building wood survival shelter in woodlands. Is this interesting to tell you guys this? Daily art therapy. Now, this is interesting. These things are very interesting. All right, I can't do it too long because then they're going to block me. I don't know exactly what that means. So he's drawing a block of all the way around the side. And then he draws, you know, like lines through it. But what he does afterwards is very interesting. I'll go back to it in a second. So he's got, you know, the four of it now. And then see what he does? He starts from one corner and he goes up. He goes and gets on an angle. He just does all these interesting things with it. I love watching what he's doing. See, he's doing that now. I think that they detected when I had Rio on there, Andre Rio. And that's why it says, heads up, we've detected copyright audio and video in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. See, look at how this is now. I really like how these things, anyway, so that's what you know, when you doodle, you like to have an idea of what to doodle, and this is sort of doodle-worthy stuff. He's going up here again. Well, it looks like he's going to do the same thing. All right, we'll get out of this. Zigzag Zentangle, easy optical illusion drawing pattern. So that was daily art therapy. Okay, daily dose of internet. What is this? Crazy customer climbs in drive-through window. A really wrinkly egg. Okay, well, anyway, those are some things. Dangerous planet. Heavy hail in Antiguas, Argentina. Heavy rains cause flooding in Venezuela's capital, Caracas. So that's Dangerous Planet. Those are very interesting. Dash cam lessons. Ah, yes, dash cam stuff. That's really cool to watch these road rage. Road rage USA and Canada. Bad drivers, hit and run, brake checks. I never knew what brake checks were. But I like watching these. This is interesting to see, you know, what to do and what not to do, and, you know, how to avoid things like that just from seeing it, right? Deep dive. Now, this is interesting. These are earthquakes. Oh, a geologic mystery and cooling Earth. So those are deep dive. Dennis Magic Show. Oh, this is pretty good. He does all these shorts. Vanishing Coke magic trick. Vanishing insane phone. Okay, now what's this? Direct weather. Now, I don't think this is the best ones. Like, this is the winter, this is 5 hours ago. Mega winter storm. Major storms. That was 1 day ago. 2 days ago was East Coast expected to see major snowstorm to close out winter. Close out winter. It's only February. Monster snowstorms expected. That was 3 days ago. Anyway, so I like watching some of these storm things. Disaster compilations. Now, those are really good. Amazing rescues here. The earthquake hits Romania, 5.6. Oh, I should watch some of these. These have got all kinds of things that are, but it's usually major flood hits Auckland, New Zealand. Boulder crashes through house in Hawaii. Giant hail pelts Villa Mercedes, Argentina. And it'll be like some of these, it'll be like all these things in one day. All these different things that happen in the world in one day. Huge wave sweeps people away in Waimea Bay. Hawaii? Oh my gosh. Lightning strikes a truck. Earthquake shakes Indonesia and Australia. Tornado in Payash District, Sumedang, Indonesia. Japanese tsunami. Northern California earthquake. Japan tsunami. Major floods hit central and southern Philippines. Ice storm hits Seattle, Washington. Anyway, I find fascinating to find out what's actually going on in the world, you know, the weather. Okay, DIY creation woodworking, that's very interesting. He does some good stuff. DIY creative ideas. These are in another language, but you don't need to hear to figure it out. Oh, he said, there's one called Arts for Kids Hub. My granddaughter and I love to set the computer up and we both draw the picture along with the artist. So fun to do with the kids. So it's called Art for Kids Hub. Okay, I'll go find that. How to draw folding surprise. How to draw cute Harry Potter. How to draw cute cartoon snake. How to draw Bluey. How to draw a cute unicorn donut. Okay, well this is stuff they would like. I don't like this girl. Rebecca Zonico Shorts. I don't like her. She's My grandchildren like to watch that stuff. We're in the A's. Now we're in the B's. This could take a while. We're in the C's. We made it to the D's, didn't we? Where's the D's coming up? Still in the C's. D's. D-U-Y. Okay, stop. Okay, and this is Duchess to be. She teaches you how to learn Dutch. She's really good. I love Duchess. Dutchies, D-U-T-C-H-I-E-S to be. And now Dutch, S-I-N-S-E. It's very interesting. He explains the earthquakes. He's got this, see these things? He's got these, he puts the depth of the earthquake is how far lifted off the surface is the circle, and the size of it. And he predicts where the earthquakes are going to be because they stay on the fault lines and they'll go. And anyway, it's very interesting. He's got, and he doesn't, I don't know why USGS is always downgrading the number on their earthquakes. After the earthquake comes in and the whole world has the number, USGS downgrades it to just below the number. What, like if it's a 4.2, it'll be a 3.9. They'll change it to or something. I don't understand what they're trying to do. And anyway, DW documentaries. DW is it's a German thing. They're very, very good stuff. All these things. Anyway, that's the DW documentary. And DW Planet, The Secret to the Everlasting Coliseum, are kites the next big thing for wind power? Better beef. Okay, then Easy Tricks and Hacks. They're good. Eat the Weeds. I love Eat the Weeds. He's in Florida, so his weeds are not the same as mine, but coralwood, orange jasmine, wild coffee, false hawk's beard, brookweed, the cinnamon tree, Australian pine, the bauhinas, blue porterweed. Anyway, so that's interesting. Eat the Weeds. Ediblewildfood.com. So pine tree to pine tea, identifying 12 edible plants. Okay, encyclopedia. Cyclone Gabriel spreads chaos during the coming hours. Huge. That was 8 days ago. 2 weeks ago, massive dark cloud in the sky of Gaza. Okay, and then we have, what's this? This is Minecraft, I think. European Plate Observatory. Yeah, this is the European Plate. This is showing the earthquakes. I like to keep up with the earthquakes, where they're happening and how deep they are and whatever. European Plate Observation. Is this the same thing? This is a different one. Portal Training Configuration Visualization of. This is a guy with shorts. See if you can spot the secret move. I also love James Blackwood, Raccoon Whisperer. He's the guy who feeds raccoons on his back porch. Oh, yes, I did look him up. Every news. So Lake Powell has officially reached its low level since it was filled in. That was 5 hours ago. So Lake Powell didn't improve anything? Venice canals run dry 3 hours ago? Really? Snow returns to Truckee, Tahoe next week. Is Lake Mead rising? North Bay Reservoir is finally full. The drought is over. Hoover Dam and Glen Canyon Dam at risk of low water. That's 1 day ago. at risk due to snow to bring more snow and rain for California reservoirs. Storm, not snow. Before and after images show incredible impacts of storm on. Anyway, you see that stuff. So that's on every news. Evolution crisis. Sao Paulo becomes a vast ocean. Major flooding in Brazil due heavy. That's 14 hours ago. Storm Otto with 150 miles an hour winds strikes UK and Northern Europe. That was 2 days ago. Romania 5.7 earthquake shakes houses. 2 strong earthquakes in. It was 4 days ago. Brazil is underwater. Sao Gonçalo flooding after heavy rain strikes. Unstoppable cyclone Gabrielle strikes New Zealand. Strong wind. Huge waves like tsunami hit Italy. Sydney, Australia. Rainstorm floods the streets. New South Wales towns hit by flash flood. Japan circle something volcano erupts now. Volcano spews ash into sky. Aftermath after earthquake hit Turkey and Syria. 2 more earthquakes rocked Turkey. This was 13 days ago. Anyways, you get the idea. I don't have to watch them all. Just screen through the names. And this one is extreme weather. So natural disasters caught on camera. And so it'll go from one to the next to the next to the next. It's quite a lot of disasters. Like this is what, 14 seconds, and that's 10 seconds. That's 11 seconds. This is 7, 6. These are shorts. 13, 11, 7. All right, whatever. Fax box. Kitten who couldn't grow finally finds someone too. When a couple was walking across the road, they thought this was an dog strolls into Texas police. Okay, fax box. Facts matter. Now, I'm not sure if this guy is for real or not. FBI is watching. Toxic chemicals in East Palestine water. EPA warns of forever. U.S. intercepts 4 Russian military planes that entered Alaska's airspace. Wow, media blackout inside the balloon. This is what the U.S. military found on a Chinese spy balloon. Oh, sorry, this is the thing hanging down there below that spy balloon. It's the size of a jetliner, a huge jet airplane. You know, the kind that hold, 500 people? All right, so that's facts matter. I'm not sure if that's on the level or not. Far North bushcraft, that's good. Something. Fiddlehead, this is a good one. Fiddlehead will play all kinds of songs. He's good. Fiddle player. Fiddle tutor. Fiddle video. Fiddling with my whistle. Follow the podcast. Now these are good. This is church stuff. What can I learn from the Sermon on the Mount? That's for this week. Follow the compass. Found you foraging. Oh, so these are all mushrooms. Chaparrals and false chaparrals. Okay, so anyway, that's it. Fantastic TV. I used to like this with the kids. Those are some